The Acropolis of Athens is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world, symbolizing ancient Greek culture and democracy. Perched atop a rocky hill in the heart of Athens, it represents the triumph of classical Greek architecture and serves as a testimony to the achievements of ancient civilization. The word Acropolis itself comes from the Greek words akron, highest point, and polis, city, meaning the highest point of the city. Located in the city of Athens, the capital of Greece, the Acropolis is a large, flat-topped rock that rises approximately 150 meters, 490 feet, above sea level and is situated at the center of the city. Its strategic location offers breathtaking views of Athens and the surrounding landscape. Evidence of settlements on the site dates back to the Neolithic period, around 6000 BC, and the Acropolis became particularly significant during the 5th century BC, when it became the cultural and religious heart of Athens. During the Golden Age of Athens, under the leadership of statesman Pericles, several monumental structures were built on the Acropolis, dedicated to the goddess Athena, the patron deity of the city. The Parthenon is the most famous and largest temple on the Acropolis, built between 447 BC and 438 BC. It was dedicated to Athena Parthenos, the goddess of wisdom and war, and is a masterpiece of Greek architecture, designed by architects Actinos and Callicrates, with sculptural work by Phidias. The Parthenon was originally a symbol of Athenian democracy, and it housed a massive statue of Athena made of gold and ivory. Today, it remains one of the most important examples of Doric architecture. The Erechtheion, built between 421 BC and 406 BC, is another key structure on the Acropolis. It was dedicated to both Athena and Poseidon, and is famous for its unique asymmetrical design, which responded to the uneven terrain of the site. The temple is best known for the caryatids, 6 elegantly draped female figures that replace traditional columns on the porch. The Temple of Athena Nike, built around 427 BC, stands on the southwest corner of the Acropolis and was dedicated to Athena Nike, the goddess of victory. This small Ionic temple is known for its graceful architecture and its frieze depicting historical battles and the triumph of Athens. The Propylaea, designed by architect Nesicles, served as the grand entrance to the Acropolis. Built between 437 BC and 432 BC, it was designed to impress and provide access to the sacred site. Though incomplete, it remains an imposing structure with its monumental columns and elaborate gateways. Though not technically on the Acropolis hill itself, the Temple of Hephaestus, often mentioned in discussions of Athenian monuments, lies near the western edge of the agora. This well-preserved Doric temple, built around 449 BC, was dedicated to Hephaestus, the god of craftsmanship and metallurgy. The Acropolis is also home to some of the most important sculptures in the history of Greek art, particularly the Parthenon marbles, also known as the Elgin marbles, a collection of classical Greek marble sculptures that adorn the Parthenon. These masterpieces depict mythological scenes, such as the Panathenaic procession, and were created by Phidias and his workshop. Other notable sculptures from the Acropolis include the friezes of the Erechtheion and the Temple of Athena Nike, which exemplify the high level of artistry of the ancient Greeks. The Acropolis was not only a religious center, but also a symbol of the ideals of ancient Greece: democracy, philosophy, and the arts. It was a place where religion, politics, and culture intersected, and it continues to influence modern thought and art. Athens, as the birthplace of democracy, used the Acropolis as a representation of its cultural and political power. The Parthenon, in particular, stands as a reminder of the height of Athenian power and the flourishing of Greek civilization. Over the centuries, the Acropolis has suffered damage from various invasions, natural disasters, and human actions. The site suffered during Roman rule and later under Byzantine and Ottoman control, when it was repurposed as a Christian church and later a mosque. The Parthenon itself suffered significant damage during the Venetian siege of Athens in 1687, when Venetian forces bombarded the site, causing an explosion that severely damaged the temple. In the modern era, Greece has made efforts to preserve and restore the Acropolis, especially since the country gained independence in the 19th century. Today, The Acropolis is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and its restoration continues to attract attention from scholars and tourists alike. The Acropolis remains one of the most visited cultural sites in the world, attracting millions of visitors every year. Today, tourists can explore the ancient ruins, admire the remaining monuments, and visit the Acropolis Museum, which houses many of the original sculptures and artifacts discovered on the site. The Acropolis offers an unparalleled opportunity to experience the grandeur of ancient Greece, and it remains a symbol of the enduring legacy of Athenian culture. The Acropolis not only represents an architectural and cultural marvel, but also continues to inspire awe due to its historical and philosophical significance. As a symbol of the intellectual and artistic achievements of ancient Greece, it remains central to the study of Western civilization. Its influence can be seen in various fields, including art, architecture, philosophy, politics, and democracy, making it an enduring part of global heritage. Efforts to conserve and protect the site have become more pronounced in recent decades. The Greek government, in collaboration with international organizations, has undertaken several restoration and preservation projects to ensure that the Acropolis remains intact for future generations. The Acropolis Restoration Project, which began in the 1970s, aims to repair the damage caused by centuries of natural disasters, pollution, and previous restoration attempts that were sometimes poorly executed. Modern engineering techniques and careful archaeological work are used to stabilize the structures and return the Parthenon and other temples to their original splendor as much as possible. The Acropolis Museum, which opened in 2009, has played a crucial role in the preservation and display of artifacts from the Acropolis site. Located at the foot of the Acropolis Hill, the museum houses many original sculptures and architectural elements, including fragments from the Parthenon and other temples. Its design by architect Bernard Tschumi has been praised for its modernity while respecting the surrounding historic context. The museum's collection also highlights the ongoing debate over the return of the Elgin marbles from the British Museum, where many pieces of the Parthenon sculptures have been held since the early 19th century. Today, the Acropolis remains a powerful symbol of Greek identity and pride. Its status as a cultural and spiritual beacon extends beyond Athens, as it represents the core ideals that shaped Western civilization, such as reason, democracy, and artistic beauty. The Acropolis is also a focal point for education, research, and tourism, attracting millions of visitors annually who come to experience its magnificence and to connect with the ideals of ancient Greece. In addition to its architectural and cultural influence, the Acropolis serves as a space for public and ceremonial events. The site is occasionally used for performances and exhibitions, blending ancient traditions with contemporary cultural practices. These events help to maintain the Acropolis as a living part of Greek culture, drawing both local and international audiences. The Acropolis of Athens continues to be not just an archaeological site, but a dynamic symbol of the enduring legacy of classical Greece. It holds a place at the heart of world history, embodying the intersection of art, politics, religion, and philosophy that shaped the course of human civilization. As such, the Acropolis of Athens remains an unshakable testament to the grandeur and complexity of ancient Greek culture, and its influence will likely continue for generations to come. The Acropolis of Athens continues to hold immense significance not only in the realm of archaeology, but also in the collective memory of humanity. It stands as a beacon of cultural and intellectual achievement, representing the apex of human endeavor in the ancient world. For centuries, it has been a focal point of reverence and admiration, drawing scholars, artists, and tourists from all corners of the globe. As both a monument to the past and a reminder of the timelessness of human creativity, the Acropolis remains integral to Greece's identity. The site plays a critical role in preserving the historical and philosophical legacy of the ancient Greek world. Its monuments, particularly the Parthenon, represent the ideals of order, symmetry, and beauty that continue to influence modern design and architecture. The lessons learned from the careful restoration and preservation efforts undertaken at the Acropolis have helped inform conservation practices worldwide. The methods used in its ongoing restoration serve as a model for how to balance the delicate task of maintaining such an iconic site while ensuring its historical authenticity is preserved. In the broader context, the Acropolis also serves as a testament to the importance of cultural heritage and the global responsibility to protect it. The challenges associated with preserving such a site, especially in the face of modern environmental threats like air pollution, climate change, and tourism, highlight the need for continued international cooperation in cultural conservation. The Acropolis, as a universal symbol of human achievement, underscores the need for the world to work together to safeguard such treasures for future generations. In recent years, there has been renewed global interest in the discussion surrounding the Elgin marbles. The collection of sculptures removed from the Parthenon by Lord Elgin in the early 19th century, which are now housed in the British Museum in London. Greece has long sought their return, and this ongoing debate about the repatriation of cultural artifacts is emblematic of the broader discussions concerning the ownership and stewardship of ancient objects. The Acropolis, thus, remains central not only to the study of the ancient world, but also to debates surrounding the ethics of cultural preservation and ownership in a globalized age. Moreover, the Acropolis serves as a major cultural venue for the modern city of Athens. Various festivals, performances, and events take place on the sacred hill or nearby, blending the ancient with the contemporary. The Athens and Epidaurus Festival, for example, is one of the largest cultural festivals in Greece, with performances of ancient Greek tragedies and comedies staged in the open-air Odeon of Herod's Atticus, an ancient theater located on the southwest slope of the Acropolis. These performances are a direct link between the ancient traditions and modern interpretations of Greek culture, reinforcing the Acropolis as not only a historical site, but also a vibrant center for artistic expression. The Acropolis also remains a powerful symbol of the human quest for knowledge, reason, and enlightenment. It embodies the spirit of intellectual curiosity that drove philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, who flourished in Athens during its golden age. The intellectual heritage of ancient Athens continues to influence modern thought in various fields such as philosophy, politics, and science. The ideals of democracy, debate, and rationalism that emerged in ancient Greece have reverberated through centuries of Western thought and are at the core of democratic societies today. For Greece, the Acropolis is more than just an archaeological site. It is a living part of its national identity. It represents the ancient roots of Greek civilization and the nation's resilience through the ages. During difficult periods in Greek history, the Acropolis has stood as a symbol of pride, perseverance, and continuity. It remains a source of inspiration for the Greek people, reminding them of their ancient heritage and the lasting impact of their ancestors on world civilization. Looking ahead, the Acropolis will likely continue to be a touchstone for scholarly research and a major tourist destination. As interest in ancient cultures remains strong, the site's relevance will not diminish but only grow in importance. With each new discovery or conservation effort, the Acropolis deepens its connection to both the past and the future, maintaining its place as one of the most important and beloved cultural landmarks in the world. In essence, the Acropolis of Athens is far more than a historical monument. It is an enduring symbol of human achievement and aspiration. Through its architecture, art, and history, it continues to connect us to a time when the foundations of Western civilization were laid, and it remains a powerful testament to the timeless values of beauty, wisdom, and democracy. Its continued preservation and celebration will ensure that future generations can continue to find inspiration in its storied past.